Hello everyone, this is me Sadia here, and I'm doing your first week of November reading starting from the 1st through the 7th of November 2019. This is going to be for the sign of Sagittarius. So let's see what's coming up for Sagittarians for the first week of November, which has already started. While I'm shuffling the cards, let me remind you that it's a general reading. It may and it may not resonate with everyone out there, so just pick whatever resonates and leave the rest. For a personal reading, you can always reach out to me on my email ID in the description box. Do check out the services that I am offering in the description box, and follow me on Instagram where I do upload daily readings. So yeah, let's begin. Nine of Pentacles paired up with the Judgment. Okay. Underneath the deck, you do have the Temperance. Underneath that, you do have the Sun. Underneath that, you do have Four of Swords. Underneath that, you do have Three of Pentacles, and one more card underneath that, which is Seven of Swords. I feel like recently you might have had, a time where you were like, unsure of what should you do, unsure of, if you're on the right path or not. And as you enter into this month, you kind of worked on the things that made you feel like running away from the things that you felt were maybe new, that you felt maybe if okay, let me put it in easy words. If you have been in a relationship, for some of you, or you've been in a in a situation where you were maybe in a job and you were not happy with wherever you were in your life, you chose to walk away from that thing which you were not happy in or happy doing, if it applies to your job. Then when you walked away from that, when you thought to put an end to this relationship, this job, soon after that you started feeling the pull towards back, back towards that person, that job, whatever it was. Like you started feeling like maybe you need to go back to that person, maybe you need to go back to, and to the same company and do the same job. I feel like you either met somebody or something happened which made you realize that you really need to stop. You really need to stop going back to the same old cycle, and you really need to stop treating yourself and in a way that you've been treating yourself, like where you were unhappy, unsatisfied with whatever you were doing in your life, and be that being with that particular person, or be that doing a certain job that you were doing. The moment you relax yourself, calm yourself down, you you realize that whatever you did, whatever decision that you made, leaving that person behind, leaving that job behind, whatever it was, it is good for you. You really need to start a new journey. You really need to start a new path in your life, which is going to bring you more stability, more happiness, which is more promising as well. And I feel like as you relax yourself, as you calm down yourself, and now breathe in, breathe out, just try to allow things the way they are, and stop resisting them, stop going against them, stop trying to push things. And the moment you do that, the moment you have that realization that nothing is under your control and everything can be under your control, if and only if you think straight, if and only if you stop trying to go trying to right, kind of it's more like if it applies to your relationship, I would try to explain it through that. If you were if you were in a bad relationship and you ended it, and then you go back to that person, you are going to realize that going back to that person is also will be equal to going back to the same crap that you were trapped in. So that realization is going to make you stop, and that realization is going to make you think like it's better not to be in a relationship, and just be at peace right now, so I can plan for my future, I can plan for what I desire to have in my life, in all areas of your life. It doesn't have to be in your specifically in your love life, it doesn't have to be specifically in your work life, but that's going to be the work that you might have already done. For some of you, you might be doing during this week time, but for most of you, I believe you have already done that work in the last few days of October. But I feel like that work has brought you the happiness that you waited for, that has brought you the abundance that you seek. And I feel like you will love um, having a habit of giving yourself that space, giving yourself that time that you spend with yourself, so you could always plan every step that you make towards whatever that you would be, planning to do in future, because you are now realizing that you are so powerful, and you would like to empower yourself more, which is, you believe now, or as you enter into this week and as you move into the next week of November, I feel like you will be more aligned with what you desire, and you will be more confident in whatever step that you have taken and whatever steps that you are planning to take, and going forward with that faith that everything is working out well for you. I feel like it's like you have entered into this month of November with a positive attitude towards life, where you know that whatever you have asked for, you are getting exactly that. Maybe the job that you were in, maybe the relationship that you were in was not for good, was not for your higher purpose, or was not good for you, and that's why it ended, so the universe could bring you what you truly deserve. And that faith has brought you the confidence back in your life, which you might have kind of lost in the past. So I feel like definitely this week is going to be very positive for you to start bringing forth whatever you truly desire to come in your life. It is going to be very empowering. It is going to be very precious time for you, if you use it the right way, to bring forth everything that you think of, and to bring forth everything that you desire into your reality. So you really have to connect to the source, connect to your higher self, get yourself aligned with what you truly desire, do the things that aligns with your purpose, and stop being critical about yourself, and just keep on working to enhance more of your powers, and stop looking at your weak points. Just try to enhance more and more and more of your powers, so you could be focusing on the good things only that you have, and that will expand automatically, and that will kind of remove what was not so positive about you, or maybe the old patterns, the negative thinking, whatever it was. You are eventually going to come out of that, so you could have a better life in all areas of your life, like a better way of I would say a better understanding of how you want your life to be is this time is going to teach you that. This time is going to bring forth the ways that you can use to have the life that you desire. So let's see what else do we have coming up for you people for this week. But I do see you spending time doing the things that you like doing, and making yourself a stronger person during this week time more than anything else. Yeah, for Four of Swords and Nine of Wands. Underneath the deck, you do have Seven of Swords. Again, the same card that showed up under that, and Five of Wands, Five of Cups, Ten of Wands, and the Fool. So it's again like like I said, for some of you, you might have already had that transformation in the end of October. For others of you, you are going to experience the same thing as you walk into this month. You are going to experiencing you are going to be like for some of you, you might be feeling like going back to the old person, going back to the old situation. But whether you go or you try making yourself strong so that you never go back to the past, I feel like eventually you are going to come out of it. You are going to come out of whatever that is kind of holding you back right now from having what you desire. Because I feel like with the Fool and the Judgment card here, you are definitely destined to have something beautiful, something something which nourish not just you, your soul also. And ta-da! So it's like it's going to be a transformational week where you are going to definitely tap into your own powers and bring forth whatever you desire to have in your life now and in the future as well. Let's see one card from the Whispers of Love. Let's see what it has to say for the Sagittarians. It's very empowering. For those of you who find it really hard to come out of that, that pattern that you've been kind of stayed in for quite some time already, it's really time for you to talk to yourself, talk to your inner self, ask questions that why is it happening. Trust me, you will be guided towards the answers. You will have the glimpses of the situations from your past which brought you here wherever you are, and heal that part of you so you could have a blessed life in future when it comes to all the areas of your life. So from the whispers of love, you do have love endures. Love does not give up or lose faith. Love is hopeful and withstands every situation. Ta-da! I feel like like I mentioned that for some of you, you might be going back to the past person, feeling like maybe it's more like excuse me, it's more like that if you're single and you are not meeting the right person right now, so you would feel like going back to the old person maybe. So you really have to understand that that old person, if that was the right one for you, it wouldn't have been the case with you where you had to run away from it because you felt like that was some sort of toxic for you. I feel like if you really understand um that going back to that person would be equivalent to you losing your hope and faith to meet the right person for yourself in the future, who would value you, who would love you, who would treat you the way you deserve. So you really have to stand strong in with what you believe in when it comes to love and relationships and other areas of your life as well. But you really have to understand that stop giving benefit of doubts to the other person that you might have been with. Like you might have been kind of telling yourself at times that maybe I did something wrong, and maybe that person was right, they did this because I did this. And the reasoning that you might be giving just to lower yourself more down, to still have the hope coming of from hope for coming some for having something good coming from this person. I feel like you really have to you know holding on to that person is like holding on to a terrible time that you are having in your life. And that means you have no faith in the universe that it will bring you what you have desired, what you have asked for. And I can seeing the cards here, I can be very sure if it applies to your love life. If it applies to your love life, you really feel like maybe I will never meet the right one. You are working from that from that mindset, which is why you always go back to the same person, which is why you always go back to the same old pattern. And that is something which always blocks you, and that is always going to block you again. So you really have to understand that leaving behind that situation is the only option for you right now, which is going to lead you towards your wishes fulfilled life. And don't give up on love. If you have been through a bad experience, you don't have to you don't have to kind of you don't have to start having bad notion about love and relationships, and feel like love is always bad, and it always ends in pain and stuff like that. You really have to embrace love in its purest form, and trust me, you will find that pure love as well. So just try to understand where you are doing, like I said, ask questions where you have been through, where you have been wrong, and you will get the answers. You will get that. You really have to value yourself more to get what you are wishing for, because what you are wishing for is not with the person that you've been through with. That will come with somebody new. That will that happiness, that joy that you feel that you deserve, will come once you walk away from your past and walk into your future, staying in the present moment and being thankful for what you have already in your life right now. So yeah, that's pretty much it coming up for the Sagittarians for this week. If the reading resonates with you, do like, subscribe, and share. If you are willing to get a personal reading to know what is coming up for you and how you can deal with the situation that you might have been stuck in, you can always reach out to me on my email ID in the description box. Till I do the next reading for you people, take care. Bye bye.